From bluesign perspective, what we can see is that Bangladesh has made a remarkable big step in the last decade. With bluesign is a long-term benefit. Bluesign is something that is very practical because it's comprehensive of all the materials and is comprehensive of all the processes. For instance, here in Bangladesh, we have an agreement, a strong collaboration agreement with the institution Swiss Contact. bluesign is a Swiss company, and Swiss Contact is helping financially. That is important because without money, you don't do anything. And also in the implementation. From bluesign perspective, what we can see is that Bangladesh has made a remarkable big step in the last decade. A lot of new technologies, a lot of skilled manpower, a lot of new products. But even if this is happening, the manufacturers cannot just have a green building, like maybe with solar energy that is perfect, with new machineries. They should have also a real sustainability strategy, because it cannot be only based on technology, but should be based also on data. Data is the most important asset from now and from the future. With bluesign is a long-term benefit. So in general, at the beginning, they struggle to understand well the system. Once they understand the system, they really see the benefit because they can open their company to other brands that they were not thinking about before. I can tell you an example of one of our most recent system partners, Volpi Apparel. They joined us last year, and after joining bluesign, they could start working with a brand like Patagonia. Not exactly the last brand in the world, so a big brand. And at the beginning, of course, they had to be compliant with all the bluesign criteria, but once they understood the system and they started to use the system across all the divisions of the company, all the departments, they could supply a real responsible product because it could be proved by them how the product was made using safe chemicals, safe process, having a resource efficiency, and they are starting to see the benefit about the water consumption that is getting reduced, the energy consumption that is less, the health and safety, less accidents for the workers, and also be more responsible for the environment. So following the bluesign system, they are seeing the benefits internally and also on the revenue, on the direct return on the investment. But it's something that should be proved in the medium-long term. So that is what is happening when a company is really using bluesign. While I think that bluesign is something that is very practical because it's comprehensive of all the materials and is comprehensive of all the processes. So our intention is also to reduce the redundancy of too many certifications, because I see that for the factories, it's an investment, but when you have more certifications with exactly the same value, it will become a real cost. In bluesign, we decided also because bluesign was known, for instance, as a company only for big corporations, only for huge factories, big chemical companies, big textile manufacturers, big brands. We decided to have local agreements with some institutions to help the medium companies, not only financially, but also in the implementation of the bluesign system, because the bluesign system is very comprehensive. So, as I said, it covers health and safety of the workers, health and safety of the environment, resource efficiency. When there is a water discharge management, we help in the water discharge management, chemical change management, process verification. But for a medium small company, it's not easy to do that. And so, for instance, here in Bangladesh, we have an agreement, a strong collaboration agreement with the institution Swiss Contact. bluesign is a Swiss company, and Swiss Contact is helping financially. That is important because without money, you don't do anything. and also in the implementation. And so thanks to Swiss Contact, we could onboard for a company like S-Streams. It's a medium small trims manufacturer. S-Streams had the need they understood the need of joining bluesign. And thanks to that, they implemented the system, and they are having also a return on the investment, because they are one of the first trims manufacturer in Bangladesh. And the brands are getting to know about that. So they are starting to know that they can source also good trims with verified data from Bangladesh. And so we know for some companies can be an issue to be compliant with the bluesign system, but thanks to Swiss Contact, they have a very big team made by real textile experts that are supporting these medium and small companies to be compliant with the bluesign system, and also helping them financially. I don't want to talk too much about the digital product passport, because it's something where we started to invest some years ago. We were one of the pioneers, because we wanted to be the first company, the first organization to be ready with the digital product passport. But unfortunately, in Europe, some of the parameters have not been fully defined. And so what we are offering is a system to brands, manufacturers, and chemical company to collect and organize the data and to be ready for the future. So when the digital product passport will get in force, they will be ready. They won't have to find a solution, because the solution will be with them. But when the parameters will be defined. Another thing that it's not something new, but it's something that we always do, but it has not been considered enough, in my opinion, is that every year, all our system partners, textile manufacturers and brands, they receive an impact report from bluesign. In this impact report, we show them their performance in terms of energy consumption, water consumption, CO2 emission. CO2 is one of the hottest topics in the last few years because of the climate change and many other things. The percentage of blue pass chemicals they are using, so chemical product certified by bluesign, and also the type of energy they are using, like non-coal energy, renewable energy, and so on. And they can see a benchmark with the previous year and in general with the market. So they can see, based on all these key metrics, where they are, if they are doing better, if they are improving. And all this can be also part of a business strategy, because they can show to their brands. What they should do, in my opinion, is to think about sustainability as a growth strategy in the long term. They cannot see the result immediately, but they can be prepared, because maybe for today is enough to be compliant, for instance, in terms of chemicals with the brand RSL. But in the future, they will have to provide the data of the chemicals they are buying. So they will have to be more organized in terms of having a good way, a purchasing protocol, like understanding which chemicals they are taking into the factories, understanding the processes they are doing. So show to the brands, not just with a logo, but showing how they are preventing accidents in the company with a good health and safety for the workers strategy, how they are improving in terms of their performance, environmental performance. And so, of course, the suggestion should be join bluesign and you will get all this. But of course, it's not a sales pitch, this one. But they should be ready with all these things, because now they think, okay, I need to be compliant. So they react to a buyer request. But if they want to expand the business and get ready when the price won't be anymore an advantage, they need to have a good sustainability strategy.